hardest working radio show in the business, The Charlie Kirk Show.
All right, welcome back to The Charlie Kirk Show, Real America's Voice. So, Andy, real quick, we're going to get into some questions from the audience that are sending in for you. Just on a local level, how can people get involved with your campaign? If they're here in Arizona or surrounding states, how can they help? I mean, tell us where to go.
Go to bigsforarizona.com. Bigsforarizona.com.
Is that F-O-R or the number 4?
Okay. Yeah, spell it out, F-O-R. And
got it up on the screen.
There we go. And that'll do it. You can link to donate. You can if you're in Arizona, please sign an electronic petition because those are not challengeable, and that's good. We've got over 10,000 of those. We have so many petitions, but our goal is 26,000 for 26. So
fantastic.
That's where we're going.
Really important to get involved and donate. I mean, it is on some level. You're in a race. Both from a messaging standpoint, but you got to get your message out there. You gotta saturate the airways. So please get involved, and then you got to staff. There's so many expenses that go into these campaigns. So please consider doing that at bigsforarizona.com. Blake, do we have any questions?
We have a few. We have someone saying if Representative Biggs is going to eliminate property taxes. Did you say that, or was it income tax?
Income tax.
Income tax. So they were saying it applies equally that the way to fill the gap would be to move to consumption taxes. How will we keep the people from being taxed to death when they buy a car or a house? Would that affect free markets and consumption? That's from Glenda.
50 seconds.
Yeah. So the way to think of it is we also have marvelous resources that we can get extraction fees for, and that will help. And so the other aspect to it is you actually free up land so we can build more houses. That will help as well. So there are ways to get at that, and we're ready to get at that. So we're going to be okay. We'll plus as Andrew was saying, we're going to reduce spending in a lot of areas because there's so much fraud. You got one program that the estimate is $6 billion a year in fraud. So there's a lot of ways to clean this up.
Yeah. We've got 10 seconds to radio. Last segment with the great Andy Biggs. We'll be back in just a few seconds. All right, welcome back to the Charlie Kirk Show. Final segment with Andy Biggs, the great Andy Biggs, future governor of the state of Arizona. We have more emails for him. Questions for Andy?
We have Debbie, who's very upset that windmills are being built in Apache County, where I believe she lives. She's asking, are you aware of this? And she says they will destroy beautiful northern Arizona. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Yeah. She's exactly right. And they don't do much. And when they run out of their life, it's just this poisonous hole that's there, and it just stays there. So that's one of the reasons I'm for let's get back to clean coal, natural gas, and nuclear. That's where we need to be, and that's where I'll be fighting for it. But I've also been fighting for it at the federal level. I'll just tell you that it was the Freedom Caucus and myself working with President Trump. That's why you actually have these higher tariffs and these advisories that came out saying, unless you're actually in the ground with construction, you cannot get to windmills and
they're big fans.
Yeah, they're big fans. Windmills and solar. So we're fighting it at the federal level too.
I have one from Greg. He says, essentially what has changed in AZ elections? Do we have confidence that the same old shenanigans are not going to happen again?
Yeah, so here's the way to think of it. President Trump just said too big to rig. Turning Point got out enough voters that we were too big to rig. You have in Maricopa County, which is the problem county, you have a new county recorder who's running it with good county supervisors. He's trying to clean up the vote. Yeah, Justin Heap. He's trying to clean up the voter rolls. If we can get the voter rolls cleaned up this time, get a good turnout, we should get a good win. And then after we get that win, we're going to fix it at the state legislature so we can codify the Florida model.
That was a really big election that I don't think necessarily all people are aware of. Justin Heap at the county level in Maricopa. I mean, in Maricopa, as Maricopa goes, so goes Arizona. I mean, there would be math that maybe that wasn't the case, but that's essentially the way the state is. Yeah. So to have Justin in that place, strong election integrity guy, really big boost for the base for conservatives.
Yeah.
More?
Oh, that's actually all the questions we have.
No.
So,
Well, geez. I thought we got.
well, so we
had
have someone
more.
asking if we could ban Sharia law at the federal level,
Yeah,
which
so-
I think we'd support. But
So just so you know, my team is drafting a bill to do that very thing. And there's another bill that I've signed on to that just doesn't have enough teeth, in my opinion, that kind of attacks it. Sharia law is inconsistent with Americans' constitutional law. So we've got to fix that. And yeah, we're working on that at the federal level.
you know, we've had that proposal. It's come up a few times since 9/11, and often I would roll my eyes at it. I thought, okay, is this really a big deal? But now you look at, especially in European countries where it's getting to a higher percentage, where you actually have lawmakers getting elected who say that they want it, or you see, if a city becomes entirely taken over by Islamic representation, these sort of Sharia assumptions start to worm their way into things. So you actually can't ignore it anymore.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dearborn,
Nature of
Michigan.
things.
Think of Dearborn, Michigan, which they want to impose Sharia law. In Dearborn, Michigan, you got a town in northern Texas. Same thing. They're trying to impose Sharia law in those towns too.
Yeah, well, and and we've said this before, but there was a couple of things that Charlie really fixated on, right up until the end, and one of them was, Islam and the fact that there were incompatibilities with Western societies, Western civilization. It was a big call and a big warning to all of us, and he was laser focused on that issue, and so it's you'd like to think maybe in Arizona that's not as big of a problem, right? And as it is in Dearborn, but we all have to have our eyes on it. And I love that you're leading the charge at a federal level. We've got about a minute left here with you. Final pitch to the audience: what can they do? How do they help? And how are we going to get this done?
So bigsforarizona.com. Please go there. Petitions. If amplify our social media, that would be great. Donations are great. But let's just tell you real quick how we're going to fix this. So I told you that we're going to get these bills in line. But when they get in line, you still have 2 months to get sworn in. So we're going to get sworn in early in the morning, get those committees and with all the bills assigned. So you go day 1, day 2, day 3, we first read, second read, third read. By the end of the week, I'll be signing bills like the election integrity, the Florida election integrity law, the anti-CCP ownership in Arizona. These are the bills that we have to get through quickly. I know how to do it, and that's why so many legislators, current and former, that are excited about my candidacy because they know how we do this and how we're going to get this and make it work.
Well, God bless you, and we know that you not only are the right man for the job, but you know how to do the job already. So you're coming in with just a wealth of experience. Charlie was behind you. We are behind you. Turning Point Action is behind you, and we're gonna get this done. And you're crushing in the polls.
Yeah.
So we like where we're at. We'll be back tomorrow on the Charlie Kirk Show. We'll see you then.